save that much money every single month and hit all of our goals. But it definitely fluctuates a lot when you work hourly and you're in school. So we'll see about that. So, a little bit about me. I'm 23. I'm still getting my undergraduate degree in communications, which means that I do work hourly. Sometimes I work full time, and then in the school year, I work part time. My husband works full time. He already has his degree. Okay, yeah. So, we live in Utah. We bought a house like 8-ish months ago. Utah is interesting. The houses definitely feel kind of expensive for sure, especially after COVID. But the good thing about Utah is like the cost of living is relatively low after you get into your house. So if you can buy a house, the groceries, like I'm from Oregon, definitely the groceries, eating out is less expensive than it is in other states. So I'm really grateful for that, but definitely, like, yeah, buying a house. And so we have a mortgage, which definitely affects your ability to save. I would definitely recommend lowering your fixed costs every month. We definitely had a very strict budget for our house, and we didn't go over like a single dollar. We didn't want to, because then our monthly expenses would be too high so that we couldn't save. Now we like look on their website and we're like, oh man, like we should have gotten a bigger house, but I'm grateful that we can save as much as we can each month. Definitely in the next couple years, we have so many things we want to save for, because like we only drive one car and eventually we want to have a child, and like you have a kid and you just kind of have the kid and then you figure out how it works financially. Me, I'm kind of obsessive. And so I don't want to, and I also way over plan things, but with a kid, I don't want to just have a kid and then be like, oh, how am I going to pay for this? That's not really my style. So we want to save up to have a child. I don't even know how much it would cost to have a kid. I know the out of pocket max for sure. I just have no idea, because I haven't had a kid before. So, and then we're also, yeah, we need a car if we have a child, because if my husband goes into work, I think it'd be important to be able to have a car in case an emergency happens. And then we bought a new house, and it didn't have a yard yet. It's only dirt with one ginormous weed in the front. So we are saving for our yard. We just put our fence in, which we had like $8,000 in our yard account, and then we put our fence in, and now we have like 4,000. So we need to build that back up so we can do grading, sprinklers, and sod. And then we are also saving for a vacation to Europe. I've never been. I'm really, really excited. And also, when I go on vacation, it's not that I like spend crazy. It's that I want to go on the vacation and not have to, like, when I go on vacation, I just want to order the food I want. I don't want to try and be saving a few dollars here, a few dollars there. So we're trying to save a lot for a vacation so we can really enjoy it when we're there. The hard part about saving is that we don't quite know exactly how much we need for everything that we're saving for. So these numbers are kind of like rounded. Maybe they're under, maybe they're over. I have no idea. And then also they're subject to change, and the timeline is not always completely concrete either. So let's get into making this savings goal. So here I just copy and pasted this little like green, blue-ish square from our monthly budget. And this shows our savings. So our savings right now, our emergency fund is $12,000. We saved that. We weren't saving for anything else. We just completely busted that out. We put all the money that we had into that from Christmas and from birthdays. So we saved that really fast. And then I think it took about like 5-ish months, but it was like crazy. Like we were just saving everything we possibly could. Our yard, our goal is 10,000, but we currently have 4150. Our vacation is 10,000. We currently have $350. So our car is $25,000, and I have no idea how much we're going to need for a car. I feel like used car prices are all over the place, so hopefully this works. If it doesn't, we can definitely like wait longer, or we can try to save more. And then for a child, again, I have no idea how much a kid costs. I haven't had one before. Like, I feel like people don't really talk about this. So our out-of-pocket max is $4,000. So 10 grand will definitely cover that. And then we'll have an extra $6,000 for other things. I don't really know what goes into having a kid, but I just think 10,000 sounds like a great number. Okay, so I will just, oh, I don't need to do that one because we already have the emergency fund. Okay, for a yard, we still need, let's see, 5,850. That should be it. Okay, For our vacation, we need 9,650. I really hope I'm doing the math correctly. For our car, ooh, we still need 24,500. And then for a child, all right. So this will kind of help us automate our savings a little bit. For our duration, we want our yard to be done at like the end of next summer is when we would like to have it done. Well, we're doing it in phases. We want to have our grading, sprinklers, grass, and fence done this year, and then next year we'll do like the concrete and like the steps or the pavers and like all the other things. So we don't know exactly when, and also like our HOA, you kind of, they say you need a yard, but in our neighborhood that means a lot of different things, and also some people wait years to put in their yard. So I don't know. We'll have the grass done, but so this one's kind of complicated. I'll say 15 months is when we absolutely want our yard done. Vacation, we could go at the beginning of next summer or the end of next summer. I don't really want to go during the summer because it'd be really hot. So I'll say it's probably more realistic that we're going to do 15 months, but I don't know. Could do 12. For a car, I'd say we probably want to have a car with by 2 years, so 24 months. And then a child, you can't, I mean, you can like decide when you want to have a kid, but sometimes it takes longer, or sometimes it happens immediately. So I'll say 24 months would be good because then we have the money even if we can't get pregnant that fast. All right. So let's do a little bit of math. 15. Okay, so that's how much we would have to save each month for our yard to get it in 15 months. And then for everything else, okay. So about $2,500 a month to hit everything at the timeline we have, at the goal we have, which that's, yeah, so $2,500, it is definitely possible ish. Okay, it depends on, it's actually kind of complicated. Okay, let's see. So I'm looking at the number $2,500 a month for saving. And okay, it's complicated because, as I said, I work hourly, and in the summers I work full time, in the school year I work part time. So our savings rate definitely fluctuates a lot depending on how much I can work. And then my husband, and then it's also going to change a lot in a year because I'll graduate, so I'll probably become salary and I'll be able to work full time for a long period of time. And then my husband, he is also doing graduate school right now. And then when he graduates, there'll be a raise. So there's a lot of like future earning potential, but I also don't want to like completely rely on that. And I don't know how much it'll be. So I definitely am confident to say that we'll be able to save more in a year than we are right now because I'll be making more and he'll be making more. But I can't quite say how much more we'll be making. So as much as I love this automated, like, okay, we'll save $2,500 a month and then we'll hit all of our goals in the time we want and the amount we want, I think it would actually be better for us to make a savings goal for the summertime and then a savings goal for the fall. And then once I graduate and he graduates, then we reevaluate and we make new savings, like monthly savings goals for after we're both graduated again. So anyways, we've been able to save, and I honestly feel like the biggest ways we've been able to save are that we only have one car. Then we don't have to pay insurance for a second car, and it's also forced me to take public transportation, which I'm a huge fan of. I get it free because I'm a student. There have only been like, yeah, it's a little bit inconvenient, but it's definitely helped us save so much money. Like, it is my car from high school. I love it so much. It is a Honda Accord 2007. It just hit 150K miles, but I want to take it another 150. Like, I'm driving that thing till 300K miles. And the bumper is ripped off of it, like part of it, so you can see like the fluid for the windshield wipers, and also that cord got ripped off. So I just keep water bottles in the car, and then we pour water on the windshield and then have the windshield wipers go. And it looks super, just like so crusty, and people definitely don't park by us in parking lots because they think we're like, ooh, like they're not good drivers. But I don't mind that people don't park by us. Old, reliable, super nice. I love it. Also, another thing we've been doing to save money is we grocery shop at Winco. And if you have a Winco near you and you're not shopping at it, then you are missing out. It is so cheap. Okay, it's cheap if you shop the bulk section, which like you can just buy so much stuff at the bulk section and it's super super cheap. I would say they're like home goods, like paper towels, toilet paper, and grocery like garbage bags. They're not an amazing deal. I would go to Costco for those things and then you buy it once and then you're good for like 4 or 5 months still. But with Winco for food, definitely the bulk section and their produce is super good. I feel like every time we go to Walmart, we at minimum spend like $50 and we only get a couple things. But then you go to Winco and you can like just shop till your heart's content at the bulk section. It's amazing. So the thing about Winco and why it's so cheap is that you have to put in the work. It's like you have to package your own food and you have to like everything is weighed, you have to like write a number down. It takes a lot of work at Winco, but you definitely save the money when you shop there. So I would recommend shopping at Winco to save money on groceries because the grocery bill can just be so crazy inflated sometimes. And then my third tip for saving money is kind of, I don't know if you guys have seen Ramit Sethi. He is, I love his finance videos so much. He talks a lot about cutting mercilessly on the things you don't like or you don't really want to spend money and then spending lavishly on the things you do love. So that's kind of like how I feel about vacations. Like I only own one pair of jeans because I hate going into a closet and there being so many clothes. I just want one or two of everything that I absolutely love and then like nothing else. And you don't have to just like not have clothes. If you love clothes and that's your thing, like go for it, but you can't have everything be your thing, you know? So we definitely just if I don't want something, like I don't spend money. Like this candle, like we don't go to Bath and Body Works for candles. Like this is Walmart $3. But I love going on weekend trips. So we're gonna go on weekend trips. But yeah, that's my third tip is just if you don't like something, don't spend money on it. Well, still pay your taxes and you have to buy gas, but like other things. If you don't like it, don't try to impress anyone. Don't listen to what other people are saying on the internet. Like, just don't spend money on it if you don't like it. Okay, I just crunched the numbers for what I think we can save in the summertime. And I do think we can save $2,500 a month with me working full time, my husband currently working overtime. And one of the hardest parts for me about saving money is the opportunity cost of what you're missing if you invest that money. So when you're young, when you're in your 20s, your money has the potential to become so much if you put it into investments into the S&P 500. Like if you're 20 years old, I think every dollar you have is like $88 in the future. So it's hard for me to save sometimes because then that money could have gone to investments. But here's the thing that I know it like logically, but I am having a hard time really accepting it and living it, is that you do have to live your life. Like you get to live your life. Some people, they just save, and then, or invest, and they don't spend a dollar on anything that they love to make their lives better. So that is something that I'm trying to figure out because I love the idea of just being like having so much money when I'm like 67 years old, but I do think it's important at some point that you do have to live your life a little bit. I'm trying to find that balance. Okay, so back to savings. I think most realistically, we can hit the $2,500 a month this summer. Then in the school year, it'll be lower than $2,500, so then we'll be at a deficit. But then when I graduate and I make more money, and then my husband graduates and he makes more money, I'm sure we'll be able to save faster. The one thing I'm glad about, like I'm so glad that I did this exercise because buying a car is 2 years away and it seems so far away. But actually, even if we start saving now, it'll be $1,000 a month, so if we started saving in a year from now and we didn't start saving before that, like it would be $2,000 a month. So I'm really grateful that I did this exercise because I'm realizing that we got to start saving for our car, like hardcore. So I really don't want to finance a car. Oh my gosh. I just feel like, I don't know. I don't want to. I feel like I would hate my car if I had to finance it. I'd look at it every day and be like, you've got to be kidding me. Like I'm still paying for this. So I don't know. I definitely were aiming to not do it, but I understand that life happens sometimes. So we'll see. But yeah, we need to start saving for a car. Thanks for watching this video. I'll definitely make sure to keep you guys updated on our savings goals and where we're at and how much we're able to save. Yeah, have a good one. Thanks for joining me.